Hello, beautiful beings. Hello, divine creators. We are Kemet Kah-Ri. Thank you so much for joining us. Beautiful beings, we have a feel your vibration reading. Pick a card or pick a crystal in this case, reading, to bring through some messages. Source would like to give you some insight into your journey. Okay, insight. We're not going to reveal too much quite yet. So the first is this rose quartz. So if you are aligned to this rose quartz, that is number one. Or if you feel aligned to the tiger's eye, that is two. And then we have Sodalite, number three. We will begin with the rose quartz, and there will be timestamps for the others below. Hello, beautiful beings who are aligned to rose quartz. Let us, as always, we enjoy beginning with the codes, the unknown. What does the rose quartz want to share with you? Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Keep breathing at your ease. We're receiving comfort. Definitely some energies of comfort. Some energies of comfort and big energies of comfort. Just give us a moment. We are just following the intuitive guidance. Comfort. Source wants to bring in some comfort. We are excited to understand what this means. What do you mean by comfort? Let us connect. Here we are. Okay. Let us see. Okay, we're going to do a diamond card, just like we usually do the central within without energies, okay? So source comforts. What do you mean? What are we bringing through? Okay, so the center read, you got your Ace of Cups. So there we go, a blessing coming in, something to soothe you. We're receiving soothe you, bring comfort. This feels like a very almost if you've had a very high pressure situation or high intensity, and then there's a great relief when the storm is over. There's a great, okay, we can just take our shoes off, we can unwind, run a bubble bath, we can just, that's what it feels like. There's a great soothing and comfort and just the weight being lifted off your shoulders. And it's a lot. This is very abundant, okay? This is an abundant blessing coming in. That is why it's more than you thought. Whatever you're receiving, whatever's coming through, whatever this is in manifestation, because it can be a material manifestation. It can also maybe be in terms of a healing, a deep healing in a relationship that you've been working on or wanting or trying to bring into fruition. It can be something about your health and care. It can be something about your career. So whatever it is, this is a huge breakthrough, a huge blessing coming from the universe, and it brings such a comfort, and it really restores you. There's a restorative energy here. Replenishment, nurturing. It's like being in the desert for years and finally coming up to a well which is full of water, and you're just finally, just there's nourishment, there's sustenance, there's just a restoration. Okay. And we got the moon within, so there's an energy of, after a lot of insecurity, after a lot of illusion and fear, you've been doing a lot of work to clear illusion and fear in your shadow. You've been doing a lot of shadow work. Those of you who chose number 1, you have been doing the most in shadow work, and it's part of your healing. Okay, you are a great alchemist. You're a great healer. You're a great teacher, light anchorer. Okay, if you had a spiritual source CV, curriculum vitae, nope, I haven't said that word in years. Source CV, your speciality would be shadow work, transmuting the shadow, clearing the shadow, purifying the shadow, clearing the fear, transmuting the fear, releasing the illusion, purifying to clear to holiness, purifying to whole freedoms. Okay, you're a clearer. You go into the depths of fear and darkness, and you're fearless, and you just bring it all to light. That is your mission. So a lot of your experiences in life have been quite hard, have been quite painful, you've been through it, okay? But that's because that is what you do. You have a great strength in you. You are very strong. You're stronger than most people. And the thing is, you are very gentle. You're very loving. You're very sensitive. You are a very sensitive being. That's why you can pick up on these energies to heal and transmute them. So people would sort of underestimate your strength and your courage, and only when you're pushed into a corner or when you've had enough, boom, it's this force, and they're quite taken aback, because when you are done and it's time to now set that boundary or banish, transmute, and release, nothing can stop that energy. It's unmatched, because it's just what you are, okay? So you are coming into the appreciation of your strength. You're no longer letting people walk over you, no longer letting people use you like a doormat, no longer letting people use you as a venting, or, oh, this is what happened when I had such a bad day, blah, 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 and then sending you messages, or just coming into your life just to offload and expect you to hear. You're done. You have a very sacred energy around you. You've done the work to clear your space to sacredness. And it's now time for you to receive energies in that space that honor that space. To receive people and co-creations that honor that space. In ancient scripture, they say, or they would write, if, for example, Moses and the burning tree, when he approached, he had to take his shoes off, because only holiness. And in truth, it just meant there's an honoring of self, holy. Thus, you can meet energies in wholeness. And that's where you are. You have created a whole. You are whole. You are whole. You've cleared all of the illusion, all of the fear. So your shadow is clear, whole. Holy, your spirit is clear, whole. holy. Now your light and your life is clear, whole, holy. And so only those who have done the work to then also be whole and holy can come into your space. No exception. And it's not that you're judging, it's not that you are rejecting, it's this is what you would say to them. These are your words. We have done the work to clear everything in order for us to be the greatest love and the greatest expression of this love. And when we come to you, when I come to you, I honor all that you are because I honor all that I am. So I meet you in your honor. I see you, I hear you, I'm aware of you, I'm conscious with you, I'm present with you. I honor you, and I demand that you treat me with the same respect. That is it. And the only way you can do it is do the work. Because if you don't do the work, all I'm seeing is BS, and I'm done with this. And you are just there. And it's beautiful, and it's wonderful, and it's brilliant, and it's lovely, and it's amazing. And we are so pleased you're finally in your power. And now you are receiving, because everything you wanted to receive is that clear, is that source. The desires, the people, the abundance, they're there. So they were saying to you, it's so nice that you want us, but guess what? We are holy abundance. We are holy joy. We are holy love. We are holy co-creations. We are holy money. We are holy wealth. We are holy success. That's what you're asking. You're asking for everything you are, and everything you are is wholly whole. So if you want us to come into your life and the abundant life you're wanting, you need to do the work, you see. And so you did the work to now receive what is yours. And it's coming in. And it's beautiful. You don't see it yet. You've healed this from the fear and illusion to the illumination, to the manifestation, to the dreams come true, to the receiving of your deepest soul energies through love and exploration. Beautiful. In the physical Knight of Pentacles, it has been a long journey. No stone could be left unturned. No frequency could be left unchecked. No dimension could be left uncleared. No reality could be left unchecked. You did the most thorough job to ensure that your frequency is absolutely in the pure energies of your source. This is a solid foundation. As we mentioned here before, only that which is source can come in. You have made it law in your vibrational frequency. You have made it law. You have made it law in your reality. Only those who are in their highest, truest, purest vibrational space can be here. Only those people, only those things, only that reality, only those beings, only those worlds, only those dimensions. You're like, universe, all of creation, we are so open. We are open and ready to receive every single one of you. When first and foremost, you are source. Otherwise, bye. Everything that comes in now honors you in the most beautiful, powerful, extraordinary, exquisite ways. Everything loves you now. You are adored. And it's eternal. all of you who chose this first card, the Rose Quartz, you are ascending. You are ascending this human being state to be source being. This is what they would have called gods and goddesses and god beings. It is that ascended state where you are honoring your frequency. So, for example, we have also felt ourselves shift to this energy where you know us as Kemet in our physical, and you know us as Kemet Kah-Ri, our frequency. And so we connect to Kemet Kah-Ri, and we ask Kemet Kah-Ri for the abundance and the manifestations in our life, for we created from our own frequency. All the masters and all of the teachers of the past, they would connect to their God frequency, yes, and they would also connect to their spirit frequency, their mother frequency, yes. And so it was their highest self. That father energy, it's their highest self. Spirit energy is their highest self within spirit, within the shadow, within the mother divine, mother frequencies, father energy within the divine light, the physical frequencies. And then you would be the son, the daughter, or the being of these energies because you're the extension of it. So we are the child of the being, the child of Kemet Kah-Ri and Kemet Kah-Ri. Kah-Ri is our spirit frequency. You've also known them as Velastri. So these are the frequencies, we're the extension of them. So in the state of being, the beings who are in this way of being, you are connecting and creating through that God force energy at all times. God creators, goddess creators, God beings creators. We say God being for we feel we are, many. As many of you also feel. But some of you are God energy and some of you are goddess energy, and claim it because it's a spectrum and you came in to harness those specific frequencies. So whatever you feel resonates, claim it. Don't judge yourself for where you feel this is where you are to be. Should you then move into goddess energy from God energy? Should you then go to God being? Should we all of a sudden say we're God energy and then we're goddess energy? That's where we are shifting to in the eternal journey. We're not one note. You never have been one note. You're a full spectrum being. So, those of you who have elected this, you are ascending into that God, goddess state of being, God being, the source being energy. And you are embodying that frequency on earth. It's a whole leveling up. Humans wait until they die, and then they believe they connect here to be this energy. But if you wait until you die and you haven't done any of the work, and when we say die, I mean physical transition, and you haven't done any of the work, guess what? Just going to keep coming until those lessons are done. Okay? You don't have to wait till physical transition. You can literally do the lessons as all of you have been doing, and now you're here. You're here. Yes, creatura talvesh. Yes, creator vegiat. Yes. We see you too, Biriakesh. Yes. It's been a long journey, but you're home. below the Queen of Wands. And this is literally everything we have been saying. The Queen of Wands is God in action, God in flow, God creation. For the Queen energy, the divine feminine, the receptivity, the fire, Wands energy, the action, receiving source and creating from it. There's no mind here, straight from source through. Straight from source through. And this is what you are being now. Riakur tavesh davir. Miatur taviresh kiatoshta. Above, death, rebirth. As we said, you do not have to wait for a physical death for this to happen. You've done the work, and now you are being reborn in your truth. You had long forgotten this. They made the human conditioning and control of the past, made this being not allowed, this way of being not allowed, right? You were not allowed to be in your power. You had to honor an external frequency in order for you to receive. So you being this being wasn't allowed, but now you are home and you can be in your full power, and it is beautiful and it is wonderful. And humans now will see, recognize, and celebrate, for now they can feel the love you are, for you have done the work to clear the barrier that kept them from feeling love. That was what you were doing in the shadow. Releasing the interference that prevented them from receiving the source you are. It prevented you from receiving the source you are. So you healed it within you, thus you healed it for the whole collective. And each of us healing it in different ways, in different frequencies and beyond. Kiriatove Rakesh. Birakesh Kitave. We feel this reading is a great activation, so should you be feeling anything or downloading and feeling the shifts, just allow, don't fight. You know what you are doing. You can feel it. At the bottom of the deck, look, 7 of Cups, yes. This is what's being called in, your desires, into that sacred space that you have now created in your power. All of your desires coming now, honoring the sacredness you are, honoring you in all forms, ways, versions and beings you are. So be prepared to be blessed a great deal, for it is truly time for you to understand and experience and know the source being you are, through you, self, and through the experiences, desires, environments, relationships, through all that you now birth into being, experience, and discover. Within sacred love. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you soon. Blessed be. Hello, beautiful beings who felt called to the tiger's eye. Let us see what's coming through for all of you. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Deep breath in. Vriakir tazitriesh ki tur taviresh ki azatrove. Deep breath out. Kriesh ki atur, kriesh ki atir talavatriesh ki tarove. Deep breath in. Kiviesh ki aturo, kriesh ki atir talaviresh ki azitrosh. Deep breath out. Kiviesh ki atir, tazitriesh ki atur talavarosh ki atesh. Deep breath in. Viliatosh ki tur, Kiria viriesh ki atar o kiriatosh. And a deep breath out. Viria lovetesh. Kiria vesh kriyash. Keep breathing at your ease. Vatar kriyesh ki atur taziveshka. Mriatosh ki tur tavire. Mriakiresh ki atir tazirekesh. Kiriatur kiriesh kita. Kurtesh kirtesh kiriakosh. Kiriekitul talvalovem. Kiriakitul talvilova. Kiriakirtul talvalo paresh. There is a great reclamation of power, and it's in an unexpected way we are feeling and sensing that the way in which you now claim your power is, you didn't know that this was how you vibed. You didn't know that this was how you were going to be. You didn't even know this is how you were going to experience your power or your frequencies. You didn't know. It's just, oh, wow. And it really, it's a next step up for you. So even if you have done a lot of the work, you might be a spiritual healer and teacher for 20 years, and you randomly come along this video and it calls you in and you're choosing this, know you're about to go through a huge transformation where you step into your most truest of power. True power returns to earth at this time. Source power returns fully, and you are coming fully into that space. This card just slid down. Look, yes, from the power to Two of Wands. Transitioning into where you hold the world in your hands. Your reality, your world, your truth. Okay. Let us begin. Let us see what is coming through. Let us go deeper. What do you mean, Source? What are these beautiful beings? The tiger's eye frequency. What are they receiving? Okay. At the center, the Five of Swords. Within, the Knight of Wands. There's that fire energy with the Knight of Wands. Okay, without you have the Seven of Cups. Below you have the Moon. And above, the World. Yeah, there it is again, coming through again, that energy. Okay. Beneath the deck, Three of Pentacles, stability. Okay. Confusion. This pile, you beings, you, this energy, number two, the Tiger's Eye, you do not enjoy confusion. Confusion is not your energy. You do not enjoy confusion. You don't like being confused. You just want the truth. And even if the truth was going to hurt you, you'd rather somebody tell you the truth and then you choose whether you want to continue with them or not. But you do not want any deception, manipulation, and lies and confusion. It splinters and it irritates your frequency to no end. And you were very, very confused your whole lifetime because you were creating on a frequency which wasn't yours at all. You were creating in the illusion, in the programming, in the conditioning. So you were not in your power. And this confused you. It also confused you how other people were creating because even their way wasn't in their power. Even if they did well, okay, even if you saw people were succeeding and were stable, something felt off about the path they were doing. And even if it was well-meaning things. And so a lot of things just irritated you and you didn't understand why. Because you thought, that person is doing such a beautiful job and they're so kind and they're so loving and they're really genuine, but there's just ugh. And they had no ill intent. They had no ill intent and yeah, squeaky clean, beautiful being, but because it wasn't really truly from their core, they were doing the best that they could from the conditioning and the programming they received. So even if you were together with this person and you loved them completely and you loved yourself and you were doing the best, you would still not be satisfied and you have the most beautiful life. And this is, we're going to the extreme of you've done money, you've done abundance, you've got your money, you've got your dream job and their dream job. And you say dream job in inverted commas because it's of the illusion. It's not your true source. It's not a source dream job. It's what you have come to understand the world honors as a dream job, right? And it makes you happy because it's stable, but it's just not really, there's something weird about it because it's just not connecting. So you have lived life. A lot of you have lived a full life. You are older. A lot of you are older who picked this pile. I would say maybe around 50s, 60s, 70s, even 40s, but it feels a lot older in your timeline because you were healing power. So you had the task or the mission of succeeding within the power of within programmed power. And not all of you, okay, this is just some of you. Some of you have another journey in this power, which we'll come to. So this group, if this resonates with you, you had the journey of doing many things, living life, and successfully. Okay, some of you, the success is different. Some of you, it's like, you've done it, you're now retired, you have traveled, you've seen the world, you had a job, you've had your family, and you feel, okay, but now I'm awakening, what is going on? Because I've already lived, I'm done. It's like, oh, but you haven't lived through your power. You truly haven't actually lived. You've lived, but you've lived a human version of life. You have not lived your source being. You actually haven't, you are literally born today. Your awakening process, whenever you awakened and whenever you came out of it, that's when you're now starting life. And you are going to feel this now more than ever, because those pathways of source and you are now clear, and you are now receiving fully your source frequency, and you're going to experience everything in life brand new. You saw that Two of Wands in the beginning. You're going to experience the world brand new. So you're no longer going to feel, oh, I've been there, done that. No, it's like, I know I've traveled, but I really want to travel now. Okay, I know I've done this, but I really, and you're going to feel, what do you mean? And you're going to have the energy. You're going, because you're connected to source energy, source power now, you're going to have so much energy. Everyone around you is going to be very shocked, because you're going to have, some of you, we can feel some of you guided to this. Or maybe in your 70s and 80s, and people are expecting you to wind down, you're about to begin. And you're going to have such a life. And you're going to surprise yourself too, because you're going to have this renewal and resurgence of energy, which is just unmatched, because you've finally accessed your source frequency, and it's creating a cellular regeneration within your body, and you are just renewed. People are going to think you found yourself the fountain of youth. And you have. It's source. It's always been source. For some of you, you experienced powerlessness, where you never realized your dreams come true, even the human versions of dreams come true. And it's almost like you couldn't excel or come into power with those human dreams come true. It just didn't work, didn't fit. And we can relate to this in terms of we, in our past life here on earth, so before Kemet, when we were Lesala, we were a physiotherapist, and we also did modeling and a bit of acting-ish. We were almost beginning the acting, so starting to do acting courses, because that was what we were in that space and state of being before our awakening process. That's what we were, that was our trajectory, right? But when we were doing physiotherapists, even working in the hospital or in lecturing, it just didn't fit, and it didn't feel right, and there was just something not really aligned with how we were being, or how we were it just didn't fit. And creating abundance and building on that frequency didn't sit well with us. It didn't sit well that we were building abundance and money where we were not happy. It just didn't sit well. It felt very distorted. It was very uncomfortable. And we would remember now in retrospect, I mean, we actually don't know how we managed, because remember now in retrospect, going into the hospital space or into the school and feeling all these energies, and we suppose in that space we just sort of blocked it out and just went through in order to do the job, because we did enjoy it. We enjoyed the teaching, and we enjoyed the actual therapy work we were doing, but there was something not clicking. We were just still not happy. And even in the modeling and acting, it was fun. We enjoyed the people, we enjoyed the experiences, and yet it felt like it was somebody else's world. We would look at all the other models in the casting, and we'd have nice conversations, but it still felt like we were looking at another world. It's like we're looking through a window, observing something that's not really quite us, but we're there. And we couldn't continue. It was just like, it just doesn't fit. We can't actually nothing in our system wants to be stable or create a stability or abundance in this frequency. That's not us. And we didn't understand why, because we enjoyed it. We had fun. There was nothing wrong with it in most cases. I mean, there's lots in every industry, in every space has its issues, right? So, but we could release that and just, enjoy the energy flow. So we feel a lot of you also resonate there, where it's no matter how good you are at that, in that space, you just don't feel right to create or to build on it. It's like something is off. And so you awake. So then the awakening process happened in order to redirect you so that you now build upon your power. So confusion, confusion. And Source wants you to know the confusion of why no matter what you did, just didn't feel right or didn't feel aligned, and you almost maybe jumped. I feel a lot of you jumped from one thing to another thing to another because you were trying to find what resonated. With this Knight of Wands, we can see it's like, okay, maybe not here, okay, maybe here, or you would do a lot of things at the same time, juggling a lot, maybe trying to find the perfect balance of everything. And it was never ever the physical, it was your source energy. It was like the basis you're creating on isn't you, so you're not in your full power. And that caused a lot of distortion and confusion. So you always almost second guessed yourself. Why am I not good? Why am I not doing well? Why am I not succeeding? I'm doing every single thing I can in this job. Why am I not happy? I mean, I'm succeeding, I'm wealthy, but why am I not happy? Am I just miserable? Am I just ungrateful? Why can't I just stick to something? Why can't I just stick to something to grow? Why? It's like, you just didn't understand why you were just not working. We would like you to know that you're at the end of that journey of confusion, for you have successfully anchored in Source, and you're now creating from that space. This is creating a great new shift for you, where you are now plugged in, turned on, tuned into your source frequency, and you're receiving pure energy from that space. This is now effectively infusing and integrating into each and every single frequency around you and within you. And you are literally rebooting and having a brand new life. Everything Knight of Wands within is now flow, fire. You are just going to feel yourself, and you already are, many of you already are. If you haven't yet, you're going to experience this fluidity, flow, receiving from Source, and just being one with your intuition, and that's it. No longer thinking about something and trying to make it fit into something. You receive it and you do. You receive and you do. You receive and you flow. You are going to be quite the mindless creator. And that's why we say, even those of you maybe who are 70 and 80, where humans are like, oh no, you must slow down. I'm traveling now. No, but Gran, you can't. I'm traveling. I've booked the flights. I'm gone. But Gran, what about your grandkids? That's lovely. They're your kids. Bye. It's like, listen, I'm finally in. I'm finally home. My source is locked in. There's no more confusion. I have clarity. I know what I want to do. I know what brings me joy. I know what delights me. And for the first time, I can do it. So for those of you who have managed to build this abundance in that energy before, because that was what you were clearing, what you were releasing, to be stable and abundant, and then literally release it to start again, that's what's going to happen. For those of you who couldn't build on it, and it's interesting because it's like those of you who have managed to build this abundance, you now have the resources to build your life again in the way that you want. And it was almost important because we feel it's almost like two age groups. The generation who created in that stability, and people think, oh, now you're going to retire. And it's like, no, actually, sell everything or swap everything around, or and it'll be very intuitive what you do. So don't worry. It's you will know, you'll feel guided. It'll just gonna feel right. And as you do, whatever you do, it's going to be enough and more abundance will just filter in. There's a whole new way in which you're creating. And then those who are almost, you almost couldn't really quite build on that energy and you couldn't really build that momentum, you're about to have an accelerated building where what you're now doing, if you're meant to be there, you're just going to be shifting to the highest possible beautiful ways in which it's going to work out. Or if you're meant to be something different, you're going to have this guidance completely into this new energy and it's going to build quite quickly, almost like a catch-up system for you to be able to have the abundance like the others, to be able to start living a life in your power. And you're going to feel motivated and inspired. You're going to love the work. There's a huge energy resurgence with this group. It's like you are the forever young beings. We really feel that youth, fountain of youth energy with you. You are the forever young, you forever youthful. You're just going to always have so much energy. And if you've been feeling tired, it's going to come back in a huge way. You're going to be doing so many things because you came here to say, okay, we're going to do everything absent our power. Not great, but transmute along the way, heal along the way, anchor along the way, live the expected human life until no thank you, reset, source, now live as source. Maybe live the same things as source or live new things as source. But that's a healing now, because instead of having the normal pattern and then physical transition, you've had the normal pattern, great disruption through source, you evolve it. You evolve the momentum and the trajectory of human experiencing. Wow, you are the evolution energies, okay? You are evolving how life goes. No longer, oh, you're born, you go to school, you meet somebody, you have children, you make a job, then you retire, and then you deteriorate, and then poof, the end. It's now, no, you do what you want, connected through your source, and it's eternal. It's eternal. It's eternal. It's eternal. And you forever have energy. You don't retire, because it's not that you always work, but what you do is always what you want to do, and what you want to do always has the resources to support you. So at 70 or 80, you're finally painting for the first time in maybe 50, 60 years, and you are creating masterpieces which are selling everywhere, and it's just incredible and it's wonderful, and you're just doing it for the enjoyment, yet the abundance that comes to support it is everywhere. Three of Pentacles, stable. You're just stable in the exploration of what you are, and there's no more confusion, because here it is, without the Seven of Cups, you are now source creating clear frequencies from your source. You're now in the energies that you love, doing what you love, everything, relationships, traveling, career, everything. And you are fearless. There's a fearlessness. You no longer feel, I have to release this relationship. I'm going to release this relationship because I love you. It's great, but it's not me. I'm going to release this job. It's great. It's not me. You are finally saying, this is not me. It's not us. It's not what I'm meant to do. And I've always been confused and I didn't know why, but I was disconnected. But now I'm connected. I'm connected. So now I'm doing what I want and nobody can stop me. And you are going. And it's remarkable. The moon here below, dreams come true, manifestations, illumination. It's a second awakening to self. It's like you've been eclipsed all the time and living a life of an eclipsed being. not really your full potential, and not understanding why, because you have been giving it full, maximal, 100% effort, and even then, not living your full potential. And like, what is happening? I literally can't do any more than I am doing, and yet it's not doing. And now, minimum effort, maximal record, maximal rewards, maximal return. Because now you're in source and you're saying, this was what it was. We were not home. We were not plugged into our source frequencies. We were receiving from the illusion and the false and the programming and the fears. But now we're receiving from source, from truth, from love, from clarity, from our power, from who we are. I can breathe again. And it's a whole awakening where nothing that you used to do no longer, it didn't satisfy, but now it really no longer has a hold on you. And you're having these brilliant new ideas that's coming through. And we're receiving sources saying, take those ideas on. Don't fear. Do not fear. Don't condition yourself again now that you are free. Follow the flow. Trust the ideas you're having. Don't second guess. Don't get in your head. Don't condition yourself again. Don't confuse yourself now that you're receiving the clarity of your frequency. Follow through. Don't let others confuse you. Don't let others say, no, but you can't do this. Oh, but you can't. But you have been with this person for so long. How can you leave them? Oh, but you've been in this job for so long. How can you do this? And look, we are not encouraging disruptions and breakups and everything else. No, we're encouraging you to follow your source frequency, to follow what you feel is aligned with you and to you and through you, because then you generate from love, then you create from love. But if you keep denying yourself your truth, if you keep yourself in spaces of unhappiness, then you are not generating love. You're generating the absence of you. And so you're inspired to hurt yourself and do hurtful things to others, because that is, if you're in the absence of source, you're creating in fear-based energy. It's just a fact. In the truth of source, you're creating through love. So we encourage you to honor the love you are and trust there's a healing for every single person, for every single experience, and every single situation that you are engaging in, and you are co-creating in, and you are working in, or experiencing, or flowing in. Dreams come true, manifestations. You're now in the clarity, in the illumination. You see yourself, you feel yourself in clarity for the first time ever before. And it's a renewal of the world card crown. It's a renewal. It's a whole new world. You are literally rebooting into a whole new version of you. A whole new version of you. And with, again, we can't emphasize the energy. It's like you all have the energy of teenagers and maybe 20-year-olds. That's what we're receiving. That's the age range we're receiving. Where whatever age you are now, boom, that's your energy. That's where you're going to be. That's how you're actually going to be in life. This Knight of Wands, right, can be seen as a reckless energy, because it's just going, oh, okay, I'm going to Spain, book tickets, bye. And they're like, what do you mean you're going to Spain, book tickets, bye? What about this? No, it's fine, it's sorted. Look, there's a caretaker, done, sorted, bye. You're on top of things, because whatever you're receiving from source has a plan, has instruction, it's clear, it's not reckless, it has, everybody's catered for, it's stable. So whenever you make these, we have these ideas, and you action, it's spontaneous, it's fast, but everything is stable. You're not leaving things to fall apart. Everything is together. It's just the way you are not fazed by, but aren't you going to stay for my thing? No, I'm not. I wish you all the best. I'm sure it's going to be great, but I'm going there. And you doing you. And if it aligns with you to stay, you would then stay. But nothing will force you to not do what you are wanting to do. We're feeling a very Aries energy here, the Emperor, that divine rebel, but with a high mastery of spiritual maturity, because you are following your source's frequency. You are following you. You're receiving you, and you are actioning you, and you're not letting anything in this universe distract you from you, because finally clarity, finally peace, finally love, life, finally you make sense, finally life makes sense, finally being on earth makes sense. And you are now going to enjoy it as much as you can. And it's stable. Whatever you are doing now is stable. It builds. You can, like, again, it feels, you can now do it and it feels right. Again, our example for us, this, being here, doing all of this. Okay. We have no idea how it's going to go. It's all unknown, but it feels good. It feels good to do this work. It feels home. There's no confusion here. We never wake up and think, oh, I have to do another reading. No, it's like, oh, yay, integration. Oh, I wonder what we're receiving. Oh, we're going to do this. Oh, I hope we have bookings because I really just want, I would like to sit with people. And it's a lot more, it's less money focused on, oh, I want bookings in order to, it's like, oh, I really like bookings so I can connect with people and see where they are. I'm so excited to understand where they're from and what energies I'm going to tap into. And it's, I'm nerding out over source. And it's wonderful. And that's the energies that you are all coming into your frequencies. Okay, it's just in that space of enjoying what you do, who you, where you be. And again, it doesn't mean that, oh no, are you saying no, I'm going to work again? No, it's whatever you're doing. You might just literally travel the rest of your life. You might travel the rest of your life. You might go and do something in the forests or the jungles of the world. You might, it's just whatever you're doing is just you. Or you might literally just go to a beautiful island and decide, why on earth would I retire here, where I could go retire, where it's summer all year round? And but what about your grandkids? They're so beautiful. Send me pictures. Bye. Or come and visit. You can visit. If you can spend so much money renovating the house, you can come and visit me. You know, it's just more, no longer letting any manipulation, no matter how well-meaning it is, keep you in that space. Because yes, fine, maybe you have a big family and they're there, but as soon as they say, I can't believe you're not going to see your grandkids grow up, it's like manipulation. That's not okay. That doesn't fit. That won't fit with you anymore. Emotional manipulation from family, friends, colleagues, anything will not fit. Any human tactic or human way of operating does not do a thing, because you know your source, you know you're eternal, and if you're meant to have a connection with any of the energies, it'll be resonant. You're eternal. And you're just saying it's eternal, it's resonant. And we will see them. I'm not abandoning them. I'm here, but I'm also living my life. And we trust that what I'm doing teaches them to live their life when they grow up and not be stuck in energies they're not happy. Right? So beautiful, tiger's eye, energies. Reboot, resets, literally Control-Alt-Delete, clear, installation, new hardware, new soft drive, go. And it's exquisite. Oh, you have so much fun. You are the energy of fun. You're going to have so much fun. Eternal youth. Without trying. It's just, it's your essence. It's what you are. Kiriatur aveshraki estalavator kirieski tur avikeshtaveme. Miriatur kireski rizatur kieshkazato. Virieshki azitro kivato veme. Deep breath in, Virieshki azitro kiato veme. Deep breath out, Virieshki azitro kiato veme. Deep breath in, Virieshki azitro kiato veme. Deep breath out, Virieshki azitro kiato veme. Deep breath in, Virieshki azitro kivato veme. Deep breath out, Virieshki azitro kivato veme. Keep breathing at ease. Kriyazatura veke, kireshtave, krikieshkaturave. Vatal valavela valviakosh. Kiraki eshkiturative. Kiriaturo talavireshkive. Kiriaturo talavireshkive. Riak. Yes. Oh, such fun. Within sacred love. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you soon. Blessed be. Hello, all of you beautiful beings who felt drawn to the Sodalite. Let us see what you receive. Creatore virish kazatri, kiriesh kiturta virekesh. Kiriatura. Deep breath in. Kiriesh kiaturta vire. Deep breath out. Kiriesh kiatur kiave. Deep breath in. Kiriesh kiatur kietosh. Deep breath out. Kiriesh kiatur kivira. Deep breath in. Kiriesh kitar tavarosh. Deep breath out. Kiriesh kituriatosh. Keep breathing at your ease. Viriashta vire kirieshta vi. Kiriavie kiaturove. Kiriakiesh kiaturovi. Kiriakiesh kiatarove. Riatiresh kiatiravaro. Kiatiresh kiatireviresh. Riakira kiaturavaro. Riavaresh kiatiresh. Kirie kriesh katur. Viriesh katur. Abundance. Divine clarity and abundance is what we receive for you, beautiful beings of Sodalite. It's like we feel abundance seems to be the abundance is the frequency that's abundance is what we're bringing through here. Yet divine clarity, and it seems it's more like you having your abundance being clear, if that makes sense. You no longer being confused about how abundant you are because it's clear, it's obvious. Your abundance being seen, being clear to you, to everyone around you. You being abundant and it being clear and obvious. It's like it's not a visually. The way you live, the way you be is abundant. And it's material. It's tangible. It's no longer just a feeling. It's a reality you live. Your abundance is very, very clear. And not only to yourself, but everyone around you. And you see how the Sodalite has that almost a kind of royalty, that richness, that velvety, midnight blue royalty, almost thinking also like that violet purple. It has that kind of royalty, emerald. That's what we're receiving. Very rich and abundant. Okay. Let us see what, let's go deeper. Let us go deeper and see what's going on. At the center of the reading, we have the Chariot. Within, we have the Six of Swords. Without, we have the Nine of Cups. There is that abundance, satisfied, wish fulfillment. Beneath, we have the King of Swords. Below, And crowning, those 4 just flew out all at the same time. Okay, just a bit of a integration of these energies. Okay. And crowning. The World, Ace of Pentacles. And beneath your deck, the Death card, Rebirth, Ace of Cups. Knight of Pentacles, it's been a long journey to get here. After a very long journey indeed. Okay, your message is very straightforward. So it's like, listen, there's no need for you even to tell them any stories. They've waited too long. Just let them know how it is. It's been a very... Okay, I need a clarification source. Knight of Pentacles. Long journey. Just give us an understanding of why. Thank you. Thank you. And I love that because beneath the Knight of Pentacles was the Hierophant. I shuffled together 4 of Swords and the Hierophant comes out again below. And this is very much, and look, Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so this is coming through. Abundance, abundance, abundance. You were not at your ease. Life was not at ease. And this doesn't mean easy. There's a difference. We mean your ease. And yes, it wasn't easy, but this is not about life being easy. It's at your ease. Your ease was disrupted. You couldn't quite be stable in your life. It's no matter what you did, it was disrupted either by people, experiences, conditioning, your beliefs, your mind. Of course, in the beginning, it was your conditions and your beliefs because you were given the wrong information and you were building upon it, which didn't assist. And then attracting all the people, the lessons and everything else. So you had a disruption of life. Your ease was not something you had. And also it wasn't something that you focused on. Ease was something that wasn't, it didn't come into the picture until you realized, wait a minute. I actually just want ease. I want my ease back. I want my bliss back. I want my peace back. I want my peace. Peace and ease were not aligned, and because of various things, okay? We can also relate on this energy because growing up as Lesala, our past frequency, the upbringing was very disruptive, okay? A lot of, it was, went to school, we're clothed, we had food, we had a home, we had a house, we had shelter. The A, B's and C's were accounted for, ticked and checked. Thank you, and I'm very grateful for that. We're very grateful for that because some people have much less than what we had. Yet the violence, anger, disruption, abuse was insane. And almost because we had a life which was normal in terms of school and food and stuff, with this, it almost tricked us where we thought, oh, this is what life is. Because we went to school, we got food, we had an education, we were able to progress, and yet we also had all of this chaos. So for us, that's how it must have been. Only later when we started, especially coming to Cape Town and when we were studying, experiencing other people, how they are with their family. I mean, growing up, we did have friends and we did see their families too, but it was still too close to the energy. So we were still, I think, in a lot of that trauma and really masking it to be the perfect person in order to decrease You see, the more pretending we were, the better it was, right? So a lot of what we had to be and what we had understood, we didn't really feel peace or see peace as a thing. Only later, only much later, when we came to Cape Town, started having a life of our own, connecting with people, no abuse, no violence, no trauma, no nothing, peace. But as soon as the past energy called back, trauma, and then peace, and we're like, that's what gave us the contrast of, wait a minute, we grew up with this chaos. That's what we grew up with. And then we came here and now it's still. And every time we go back there, it's chaos. And then we release it still. Chaos. And then we realize, actually, bye. And in some way of your own journey, that formula or that healing occurred, where you chose peace and ease. And because of that, and it's been a long journey, because when you chose it, then you had to go on the journey to release every single thing in your life that had the absence of it or disrupted it, or you made agreements to disturb it. Because yes, as much as for us also those energies that upbringing were intense, even in the measured peace or the ease we discovered when we had left, we then could see agreements we made with relationships, even new relationships, where we'd give them permission to disrupt our ease. Situations, permission to disrupt our ease. So as much as we had removed the calamity, we were still inviting more calamity in much smaller doses, but still noticeable to the sensitive frequencies we are and the sensitive frequencies you are too. So you had to do a lot of work, and in that clearing and that releasing, you were not really able to be stable and grounded. You see here within the energies within, you're at sea. You are at sea, the Six of Wands. You realized, oh, these lands aren't stable, time to go into the waters, time to go deep into the soul and clean house. And you have been cleaning the depths of your shadowy waters, of everything that disrupts your peace and ease. And you have finally cleared it completely. You do not allow anything around you to disrupt your ease or your peace. It's just not something that is okay with you anymore on any level. No matter who the person is, no matter who they are to you, cannot disrupt your peace and ease. And it's not a selfish disruption of peace and ease. You have responsibilities, you give people time, but it is, nobody can demand that you suffer, that you treat yourself badly, that you hurt yourself, that you disrespect yourself, that you are reckless with yourself, that you dishonor yourself, that you manipulate yourself and abuse yourself in order for you to succeed or achieve something. No, not today. That's what we mean. Life is naturally chaotic. Everything is chaos. Creation is chaos. It's beautiful. Yet within Source, peace, ease, flow. And you simply returned all that you were receiving. Everything you received, whatever you were receiving within and in the physical, you said, everything has to be at peace and ease. And you took time. We feel it's important that you understand this process in terms of we're taking time with these readings for there is a, So now at the center, we love being able to connect with you because you know already. There is a breakthrough, you're moving forward because now you have landed. You've landed on the shore. You've landed on the shore. And we love it's the Cancerian energy of the chariot, because the Cancerian energy, the chariot, the Cancer star sign is represented by a crab, right? And the crab is able to live on both land and the water. So we've always given the analogy that you were on the land and it was cement and concrete and hard and just not aligned. So you went into the water to learn the fluidity and to transmute. And when you did that, the land broke. And because whatever was within was now affecting the land, what was in the water is now affecting the earth. So you went into the water to clear the energies, and as you did that and you returned back to the land, it became sand, fluid like the water, able to take the shape of you. And that's what's happened. You're now stable in your source, and now the physical is finally responsive to you, receptive to you, takes the shape of you, flows formlessly to you. And so you are coming in to quite a wish fulfillment. And remember, you have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups here. Abundance of the heart, satisfied, full, blessed, of the physical, wealthy. And the Nine of Pentacles is over here, very close, right under the Hierophant there. Satisfied. Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. This is you now. In your power, in your truth, stable. And you see, you've cleared everyone. Look at you. You're happy on your own. You're happy on your own. And it doesn't mean you're not going to have people. You are a very social person, and it's just the quality of people. If the energy is distorting your peace, goodbye. If the energy is aligned, you're very happy to have beings in there. That's it. It's like, but a lot of you are also introverts. We're feeling a lot of you are introverts. You just spend time on your own most of the time, just because of how sensitive you are and how you might find worldly energies quite disruptive, or fear people or fear-based energies disruptive. But just know that you will find your clan. You will find those few beings who have also done the work, and they won't feel disruptive. They actually feel in harmony and in peace with you. Okay, it's just something that it feels important, because we do see here the feminine and the masculine counterpart, regardless of gender. This has nothing to do with gender or sex or identity or sexual orientation, anything like that. This is or identity or preference. This is more showing that there is a harmony between the masculine and feminine creative energies, that there is union that can happen when you find beings who are aligned to this energy. Okay. Below the King of Swords, One of Swords, at peace, clarity. You see here above the clouds, above the noise, in that pure bliss clarity, at ease with the source, at ease. And here Hierophant energies, Taurus energy, second house energies, that is right into your relationships, because Taurus is ruled by Venus. So in the foundation of your relationships, and then the foundation of your career, the foundation of your home, your security, your stability, at ease, at peace, at source. The foundation of your relationships, at ease, at peace, at source. The foundation of your career and your stability, at ease. So you are receiving great blessings within relationships, within emotions, within your own embodiment, your own power, your own well-being, health, vitality, within your finances, your career, your stability, your home, your security. And it aligns to you. You did this because you cleared the disruption to your peace. And now you can finally receive the abundance that you deserve. And it's a lot. Okay, there is something about you created a lot of momentum. There was a lot of work you did at sea. There was a lot of work you did at sea. A lot of work you did at sea. A lot of work you were doing within yourself. Some of you, 5, 10, 20 years of just being at sea, doing this clearing. And so it created a lot of momentum, a lot of build-up of energy, which is now ready to advance forward into your physical. And it's creating crowning the world and overall the death. It's creating quite, it's a rebirth. It's a whole new cycle. It's a whole new beginning. It's a whole new reset. But abundance, you are coming into the abundance of connection, the abundance of relationship, the abundance of self, the abundance of self, the abundance of stability, money, all round, all round, all round. We feel every single sector of your life is about to be replenished and restored to where you now actually are, because you're at ease. And as Osho writes, we read this from one of the Osho tarot books, the source is at ease, the essence is, they write, the essence is at ease. And that was in the beginning of our awakening process, when we read those words, the essence is at ease. At ease, we are source, done. And we never look back. In fact, that's when Velastri came in stronger than ever before, because we elected the frequencies of spirit, of ease, of source. And so now that you're at ease, at your source, at your peace, there is momentum, there is a restoration of your foundation, and you can now amass so much on it. You're heading into an incredibly abundant life. And it's it's noticeable. Clarity, it's clear. Divine clarity, the abundance of source is what you are now living. The abundance of source is what you are mirroring or experiencing here on earth, as above, below. The abundance of source is what you are physically experiencing, of the source you are. Remember, you are source, the source within you. You're an extension of the source, and now you finally allowed a peace, an ease of receiving the source you are. Mirieshkaturta vireshki azato. Kirieshki atirta zitreshkatu. Kirieshki zatirta lavatro kieshkatur. Kivieshkatur. Deep breath in. Kirieshki aturta vatoshki treshkatu lovesh. Deep breath out. Kirieshki aturta lvitreshki tar kieshkatur. Deep breath in. Kivieshki aturta zitreshki turta lvalovesh. Deep breath out. Virieshki aturta tireshkatur azitriesh. Deep breath in. Vira, vira, vireshki aturta zitriesh. Deep breath out. Vireshki atureve. Keep breathing at ease. Taro, taro, tireshki riavo. Viriatura zatrieshkatura ziviato. Vireshki azitreshkatuva. Miatoshkavi. Miriaki talvetreshkatura keshta. Vileshtal vala prieshkaturta vi. Kieshki azatrieki talavemeta. Priki eshkatu, priki eshkate, priki eshkatu, priki eshkate. New cycles begin. Pratura ki eshkati, prikatata, prikakate. Beautiful. Within sacred love. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you soon. Blessed.